Pre-Go Studio Live 2020 GSL Season 3 Codes Last Stand.
We're back here in Group F, and all the games here today have been really good, really hard to call. I don't think that our fourth best of three will be any different. I think that PartinG is scary and knows how to win in a way that a lot of times it doesn't matter what kind of prep you put into the game. He will just come here with a different approach and outdo you. But Bunny is continuing to look more and more solid.
Yeah.
I think he had a great series earlier today, but just didn't have what it took to come out on top. And so let's see what happens with these two.
His style was fairly well countered by what Patience was doing, but I think his overall style would fare better against PartinG's. PartinG is a little bit more gateway heavy. He doesn't just make a bunch of robo units, you know. He will go Colossus,
well, he wants to
but
do
he doesn't
stuff
only
way
do
before.
That.
Yeah, he wants to do stuff way before that tech.
So I think this might actually be, in a lot of ways, a better matchup for Bunny than the Patience match was.
But again, with PartinG, it's hard to know what to expect. It usually is crazy, but you don't know what kind.
Yeah.
And just knowing it's going to be cheesy usually is not enough. Eternal Empire for map 1, everyone. Let's go. One of these two players will be eliminated. The other will go on to fight for that final spot at GSL.
Pre-Go Studio Live.
All right. Is this the max packs?
Cool.
Yes, it is.
And like we said, you kind of expect PartinG to do something outside the box, but you don't know what it is, so.
He mixes this in. I think he's used Max Packs 3 times in GSL since he's been back. For those of you who are wondering what that is, Max Packs is an up-and-coming European pro gamer. And BC Cutie basically made some YouTube videos about this crazy strategy where you build your first pylon in your main, and you send out a probe instantly. You build a second pylon. The first one in your main is just to make sure you don't get probe blocked, or supply blocked for your probes, rather. And then the second one does a proxy gate. And then suddenly, when they build their command center, you are there, man. Like, you get Zealots and Dragoons over there, or Stalkers over there, and it's like, very oftentimes, you are going to force a cancel on that.
Yeah, and this is
very oftentimes.
It's unconventional in how the game's generally played, because most of the game is people trying to spam out Warp Gate as fast as possible and then do something with units, and instead this kind of treats it like it's like a Brood War forward gate or something, you know?
Yes, very
and
much
so you get there, and a lot of players sort of just don't factor this in as a possibility, and then it's like, wait, what? And I mean, it's not like Protoss isn't giving up things on their side. This is a gateway now out in the middle of the map. But it can really control the tempo of a game, and so he's going to pocket the first Zealot and then send 2 out at once.
Well, you don't want the Reaper to just instantly see it. You hope the Reaper goes past you. And look, it is right now. It might double back though. Let's see.
Talk about knowing exactly where to put that unit. So the Reaper's gone by, and the routine scouting for more traditional proxies, like, oh, is there going to be a Stargate hidden somewhere over here? Now, seeing this, the gateway. I'm sorry. Seeing the gateway, immediately you know, okay, this is. I know what this is, and we're probably going to have a cancel. But SCVs are coming down now. Keep in mind, there's also a Stalker inbound here as well. He does force a cancel on the bunker.
Great micro so far here from Bunny. PartinG's not bad either. Ends up losing one of his Zealots. It looks like the probe will go down as well. But continue to put that damage on. Overall, I think Bunny's doing pretty darn well against it.
Does kill the 1 Marine.
How many SCVs does he actually get? Oh, that's
shot
big.
him out of the sky.
Yeah.
Now, again, this is 5 SCVs killed already, and he might be able to snipe 1 or 2 more. He's going to try to loop back around here. There's nothing that can actually go into the bunker just yet.
Dude, you know what? Look at this worker count right now, 25 to 19, and his Nexus at home is done. So he's up 6 workers after this. Twilight on the way. There's no real units out here for Bunny, right? He's got 1 Hellion. But if they actually get to your base with anything like that, you can just recall a Stalker. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, the Hellion's going to come in here, but that's not usually enough to really snowball any damage there. And so, yeah, I think we'll have a recall. He might even try to catch it with his probes, but you want to be careful. You've got an advantage here as partying.
I think the recall is a good move. Because
I don't see it yet, though. I'm getting a little bit confused here. He's already
He might not have... Yeah, I think he maybe didn't have energy on the main nexus. Maybe he recalled to the natural. No. Yeah. Okay, well, does hit it. Sends it out. Okay, he lost 2 probes of his own, but he's still up 5 workers. Not bad. I mean, I think that this was... He did it reasonably, but I think Bunny's hold was pretty good, too. Double Robo!
Oh, wow.
He saw patience. He's
I'm
like,
actually
you know
glad
what?
you noticed that on the ticker. I wasn't even going to look for something like that. That's a great catch.
Double Robo, we never see this quick.
No, I mean,
Ever.
yeah, so what exactly is the game plan? Does he want to try to get an Immortal and a Warp Prism out here on a Terran that's injured and maybe try to come in here and do some pokes?
That's an interesting idea.
I don't know. I don't know what
Does he need 2 observers?
I'm like, I don't think that's the case.
No.
But
Let me down easier than that, Tasteless.
But I'm open to whatever this is going to be. But getting 2 Robos off of 2 bases.
This quick is the thing. Like,
yeah, with a gateway, I mean, he's going to remake the gateways because he knows that one that's out there in the middle of the map, he can't rely on that for macro forever. That'll most certainly be picked off when Bunny feels safe moving out on the map.
You know what? It was a mistake. The first, he waited for the second one to finish, and now started his observer, and now started his Colossus tech.
Oh, actually,
I think he
yeah,
just realized.
you just realized it.
See his face?
Yeah,
It is 2 observers, Tasteless. Take your leave. Get out of here.
How embarrassing
Me and
for
Parting
me.
and win our observers.
So Parting's shaking his head right now. It looks like he does realize, like, oh man, this is not good. This happens, man. This happens to all of us. You are so preoccupied doing what you're doing. The pressure's really on. Oh my God! Okay, he does get the kill on that.
Okay, I think that was an okay trade.
So
can't really be too upset.
Now, what happens to a pro gamer when they do this? Well, their build has been thrown off, especially gas-wise. You're usually supposed to be spending your gas basically perfectly, or saving up some of the gas to, you know, go on a spending free a little bit later on.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh, I need to wait for my Spire to get done, so I make a bunch of mutas. But like, when you make 2 tech buildings like this is one of the catastrophic failures of being a pro live. Is you're like, oh, my build's off now. And everybody sees it too. It's not something subtle where like us as casters and the observer might not pick up on it. It's clearly like, oh, you're a little bit shaky here. But I don't think this is something that's going to cost him the game necessarily.
It's not that expensive. It's okay.
It's a moral blow, but it does mean his build isn't perfected right now.
And you know what? He says, screw it. Let's just go with this.
Yeah, he's gonna...
Double Colossus being made. Do you
when
think
life
he should
gives you
ignore
lemons.
it? Yeah. Well, it's not even life, it's himself. It's when you make mistakes and buy lemons when you were trying to get apples.
You were at Costco and you got a crate of lemons and you're like, oh no, I've got to make lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's sitting here with this lemonade. He's like, what am I going to do with all this lemonade? I can't drink this much lemonade.
Well, he's going to have to feed some to Bunny.
Yeah.
Make Bunny make a sour face here when he sees 4 Colossus that quick. He's like, what is this? Probably going to turn his head to the side to check if Patience is sitting down playing.
He's like, oh, my weakness, lemonade. Melts his skin.
Damn, some hardcore lemonade.
Yeah.
I got to try some of that lemonade.
Yeah. Oh, takes the SCV, making the command center out here. This has been, again, another great harass move. Very cheap and effective by Party.
Back up with it now. I mean, the Colossus count is going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, but there's not going to be a lot of units with it. I mean, that's one of the funny things is, like, when we saw Patience winning with the Colossus, it's because there was, like, 12 Stalkers in front of them.
Yeah.
They were all taking shots and slowly getting cycled out of the game and then remade back in. Like, there was no Stalker that lived through the whole game. But there was enough Colossi behind it. So, I don't know. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, be careful, be careful. Poking a little bit. Actually, that was pretty darn good.
That was perfect.
Yeah, I like that for Protoss.
Bunny is going to have nightmares about Colossi for this tournament.
We're going to figure out that actually everyone had figured this out already in Wings of Liberty. You just make a bunch of Colossus and Stalkers and your opponent's dead.
Yeah.
Like, damn, why did we think it was anything else?
And think about it. They can blink up on high ground with a Colossus, walk up on high ground. These are the best things in the game.
Every unit in his army has recall.
Yeah. It's madness, Artosis. And so now we're going to go down to this other base. I'm wondering if PartinG's going to try to go into disruptors or what here.
Oh, he has to make 4 disruptors. You saw the other series.
Mm-hmm.
He's learning from Patience. Patience is the trendsetter now. The funny thing is that I think a lot of people disrespect Patience, or rather they don't respect him really as a proper pro in a lot of ways. They're just like, well, what he does is just what he does. But like having PartinG do this now, which is by accident, not by design, if he smashes, I think people might give it a second look, this type of play, you know? Not that it is unheard of to have 2 robos later on, but I mean, this was pretty darn quick, right? He's playing kind of a similar way to what we saw from Patience.
Yeah, no, it's very cool to see. And it does seem like Terran don't... I mean, I know it's still fresh, right, today, but it does seem like Terran, the infantry, doesn't have a whole lot they can do about it. You know,
infantry does not beat Disruptor Immortal.
Yeah,
losses.
and also the Vikings don't seem to quite be able to get over there. That does seem like that's probably the answer, is to try to snipe them, but then, you know, there's a lot of other moving parts here.
Yeah.
Disruptor shots as well. Even if you kill off the Colossus, well, I mean, the Disruptors are still pretty good.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's not going to find anything there other than a mine and a quick death. Colossi army going to move over here now. He does have a couple disruptors in there, so very hard to engage. We'll flank forward here, see what he can pick off. This is cool, man. He's playing it really like Patience.
So again, this is a map where you can defend pretty well on both sides. So that's why I usually make some of our longest games here. You know, Terran is itching to take a fight here, and PartinG again is just staying back, continuing to upgrade, and now getting the Dark Shrine. And yeah, this is looking a lot like Patience's games.
Let's see though if he gets Blink DT right away, right? Because PartinG's late game is actually Disruptor, Charge a Lot, Blink DT. That's like his favored composition in this matchup. So he might just go into that now. That is a possibility.
Oh man, these Vikings could end up sniping this Colossus. No. Bad control. This isn't the first time PartinG's had bad control of this Colossus.
Oh my god, they're actually getting pretty massacred here, but Bunny's eating a lot of the hits as well. All right, keeps this one alive with that overcharge. So good on him for that, but that was like the worst control. All his Colossus got stuck trying to go up that hill. He'd be better off if they couldn't walk up hills.
Yeah. This reminds me of the game that we saw there from PartinG in the past, where it's like he moved his Colossus in the wrong angle, and the Colossus have to be protected the whole time.
Yeah.
And now there's enough Vikings. It's hard to imagine that last Colossus isn't sniped.
Yeah. Well, one Colossus is not really all that scary. It comes down more to the Disruptors now, right?
I'm more concerned about the fact that now one Colossus is almost 0 Colossus, and that's, you know, when are you going to get that mass like you had with Patience, who just refused to lose those?
Well, it looks like he's going to go into the type of style he likes to play anyways. We have Blink on the way. He has Double Forge going. He has a lot of Disruptors. Let's see if he can... Well, I don't know that he's going to save the Nexus, and that's going to be painful if he does not. It's really good micro from Bunny.
And not only that, he still has his position over the high ground here. If he can get a tank or 2 up there, he can start to hammer the probes that are actually mining it. The base just above this on the low ground. Oh, I guess he's just going to push down here. This makes sense, too. There's not anything over here right now. Can he scan these DTs in time? DT Blink is still a little bit of ways away.
Yeah, nice scan there. He's going to pick off at least, well, only one of them, actually. The
these Disruptors are not shooting yet. Here they go.
Yeah, he's got to really zone out this infantry. The tank will take a very long time to really do anything.
Oh, meanwhile, a counterattack over here. 23 worker kills.
Crazy.
Well, PartinG's still in this. He is trying to get a Disruptor shot on that tank.
Yeah, it's like a little bit scary to go that far out.
It's just not quite close enough.
Some more DTs being warped in.
He can basically make an endless no man's land if he has the APM available to try to keep coming forward there. All right, Bunny again. Just needs to cover this tank for long enough that the Nexus goes down. DTs are counterattacking here. Slipping right by the Ghosts and Marauders, leaving that base.
Look at how many Disruptors he really has.
Yeah, well, how many is it? Is that 8?
It might be even more. Oh my gosh, the DT's really going to work now.
Again, if PartinG can keep this base alive here, He's also expanding again down here at 6 o'clock too. So he sacks that base, but now it's going to be up to Terran to come up to the other base here. Right now, Bunny has 45 SCVs to the 75 probes. That's pretty insane. I think this Nexus gets canceled though.
Some great liberation zones here, but he has so many disruptors. If he can micro this just right, he definitely can break through here.
Yeah, but I think Terran has enough of a position. He can keep running back.
Yeah, it's very dangerous to do. It's like you want the disruptors to zone the bio so that you can actually kill the liberators, but it's very tough in such a tight area. DT's going to town once again here. Actually blink on top of that turret and take it out.
Nice. I don't know if Bunny's going to be... Yeah, he scans that, but there's 2 more DTs ready to be filtered back in once the scan expires. Okay. Again, there's so many disruptors. I almost feel like this is too many. Like, I don't know what you're getting out of having, like, 4 or 5 more disruptors here than what we had before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what...
They can basically shoot non-stop disruptor balls.
Yeah, but he doesn't even need this many, I don't think. I think a Colossus or an Immortal might even be better served here.
You might be right about that. It's just very hard to actually deal with this. Colossus could really zone this out a bit better. Look at that beautiful EMP coming down. The disruptors are so hard for him to fight through. All right, disruptors still pushing forward. Gonna cut off some of the reinforcements here. That's an important moment.
This really is a back and... Oh! There it is. That's the shot you needed.
Yeah.
By the way, the Stalker counterattack could be huge here.
Well, he's stopped reinforcements at the minimum.
Yeah.
So this is becoming very cleanable. Another big round of warp-ins from PartinG, and I think he can actually kill off the army near him.
Yeah, the thing is that PartinG is going to come up here and take out these 2 bases at the top. And, like, this is all the SCVs for Terran here. And he's going to take that out. He can then go up here to 12. And even though Bunny's been smashing bases all day, I don't think that he's actually managed to stamp out PartinG's progress on the map here. PartinG just expands up.
And he gets a 14-kill mine right there.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, actually, that's the SCVs that
that's Terran getting the kills there. Yeah.
Ooh, nice blink there. Gets off one of the liberators. That is a lot of liberators right now. We saw before, PartinG was having a little bit of an issue trying to use his disruptors and disruptors and stalkers to take out the liberators. Especially with that range and this set of bio underneath, very hard to blink under and actually kill them, as long as you're patient.
So now, this has been, by the way, a crazy game because it's like Bunny has just forced his way through and taken out so many bases, but PartinG's counterattack play is actually too good. And by the way, I think actually PartinG could just run through here and kill everything.
Gets a lot of the liberators.
When the liberators get low enough, actually then the disruptors just keep doing this. Oh, GG. PartinG takes game 1. That was a great game, by the way.
Fantastic.
Look at PartinG.
Oh, look at him smile so big. Bunny's not smiling, though.
No.
What's he talking about, you think?
Yeah, he's like, I didn't even know I made a second robo.
Yeah,
and then
I think
just
you're right,
used
actually.
It.
He's like, hey, I copied your strat, Patience. It's pretty good.
Well, Bunny is having it.
Actually, he was looking at and talking to Patience. I'm looking down there. His head turned to the side. That's where Patience's seat is. He's like, I didn't mean to do that, but your style's pretty good, Patience.
So, Bunny has requested a short restroom break. And, yeah, we'll be going to the next game soon here. But right now, that was a game where really PartinG showed exactly why he's so scary, because things went wrong, and Bunny was actually doing a really good job with the pushes. We saw both the 6 o'clock bases taken out. I thought that there was probably going to be a 1-0 victory there for Bunny, but instead, PartinG just intuited really good counterattacks. He knew exactly how to do so much with so little, too, because if he was counterattacking with too many units, he would not be able to hold off the push. But he'd do things like get 3 DTs in there, kill SCVs, get a turret, and then run out with 2. And it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but when there's that much multitasking required for Bunny to keep pushing and winning, sending another DT in and then another and just keeping Bunny so busy, Bunny never got an economy.
No, the funny thing is he did get up to 4 bases without too much problem. It's just he could not keep it all going while he was doing all of his pressuring.
Yeah, he was spread a little bit too thin. He had really good pushes, but no defense.
You know, this has to be really frustrating for Bunny because he's down 0-1 right now in the losers match. This guy has like 2 accounts in the top 10 on the ladder in Korea right now. He's almost 7K MMR. He's in the best shape of his life. And here we have these Protosses that are just making a ton of robo units, and he's having a hard time, right? This is not really normal meta stuff that we're seeing, and it's really screwing Bunny. he's having...
Yeah, well, this is cool how the approach has been. It's funny to see PartinG kind of misstep into that tech, try it out, and then just go back into what he's normally doing, which is a lot more disruptors and DTs. It's cool to see the different styles here.
Yeah.
Death Aura for game number 2. Again, we have patience waiting in the final match against the winner of this. There's only 1 spot remaining in the round of 16 at GSL. This is the last season at GSL for 2020. A lot on the line for these 3 players. Right now, Bunny, you can see he's feeling the pressure. Can he come back? I don't know, man. PartinG's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And even then, having patience waiting for these 2.
It's
gonna be
a long road.
It's going to be a great end of the night.
영광의 전투가 펼쳐진다. GSL을 위하여. 드래곤 피닉스 게임 아직 원 이상. 팀 NB 버니 이재선.
So, 2 gases immediately.
Yeah. This
Once again, some little bit of tomfoolery coming out here. What is he going to be making? I want to see another Tempest build, to be honest. Tempest or Void Ray.
Yeah, I think that would be very cool. I would definitely welcome that if we do have something like that here. And assuming that PartinG wins, and I don't know if he will, but he might. He's got a lead right now. PvP with PartinG versus Patience, that's pretty cool.
I wonder how that will look.
I don't know.
Patience is very much a brute force guy in that matchup.
Yeah.
But PartinG's control is so strong. Gotta say PartinG feels favored. Okay, that's proxy Stargate location.
Yeah, this is... So,
that's a Void Ray, I bet.
I think you're right. I don't think it would be Tempest because that would just be spotted. It just sounds
too slow,
bad.
right?
Yeah, it sounds bad. Whenever PartinG does anything, I want to try to think of all the different tech possibilities just because a lot of times he does do one of the weird alternatives. But no, I think you're right. It makes more sense to get Void Rays out here. And you start just really... This is a funny push here because a lot of strats... By the way, this is immediately spotted. A lot of strategies are set up to like, oh, I'll push the natural here. That'll be the problem.
Yeah.
Like cannon rushes and stuff like that. But this is one that's actually almost focused on the ramp and the structures in the main.
Yeah,
it's like
that's exactly what it is.
It's a weird concept because there's not many builds that focus on this.
Well,
but basically, he gets a Void Ray out here. He can separate the main from the natural if he gets enough presence over there. He has batteries on the low ground and enough ranged units. And Terran is trying to just get a base up as quick as possible. You just have enough that it's hard for the flimsy Terran units to kind of come out and fight.
It's going to be really about retaining Cyclones, I think, right?
I think you're correct.
It feels like just getting the Cyclone upgrade and getting Cyclones out is probably the way to do it. It's like the only way to deal damage quickly enough. We'll see. Okay, here comes the very first Void Ray. Look at this. This is really tough with the shield batteries right there.
Yeah, and you can see the Marines come out and try to do damage, and really they're just draining some of the energy off of the battery. Now the Adepts can come in. Keep in mind, Terran's about to be supply blocked when this depot is killed. There's not another depot coming here. Okay, he's just now started it.
Yeah, he's making a couple, but...
And he can actually get the Marine, I think. Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, he is getting a Cyclone out, but is this too little too late?
Now again, the ramp is now under control by the Protoss. It's a very weird game. The Cyclone's out. Now again, he wants to run back with the Void Ray. And he's going to actually target that down. That was a beautiful play.
That
is the most important unit right now.
Yeah. Oh my God, is he?
Okay, this is
If he got the tech lab, like there's nothing left.
yeah. Well, I think he's gonna get that Artosis.
He is gonna get it.
Wait, make
Okay,
up your
well,
mind.
Yeah, no,
Ah!
he should target the tech lab.
Okay, he gets that.
Oh.
Going for the factory. The Cyclone's gonna pop out. Now I think there might be another Void Ray. That's it. GG.
That's it.
Parting. Evil wins again.
Evil wins again. I gotta say, Bunny scouted that very quickly and did not have the answer for it. So
Yeah.
that feels like a preparation error when you're in a group with Patience and Parting. I think that you can look at that and say it is a non-zero chance that Proxy Void Ray Shield Battery Rush will occur to me.
Yeah.
And if you don't actually have a well thought out answer to that, that's on you, unfortunately. And Bunny is out of this GSL.
The bun is gone.
That was no fun for him.
No. Okay, well, we got a PvP.
Yeah, no more PVTs?
Yeah, we had 4, honestly, really good PvTs in a row.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool when we get to really go
This has been
do
the
a
best.
deep dive into matchup.
Yeah.
Short break, guys. Then we get the final player advancing to the round of 16.
Strong.